What is up, y'all? It's a Friday rehash here on October 20th. You made it to the weekend. Congratulations. Now go touch some grass. Gifted. Excited for this one, man. We had some really cool stories break over the last 24 hours. Let's get it.
Absolutely, man. Y'all know what it is. The top 10 stories in Web3 brought to you in just 10 minutes. Q, let's get into it, man. What is up first today?
All right, flooring protocol is getting a little bit hotter because the floor prices of Bored Ape Yacht Club and a couple of these other collections have actually increased over the time that it's been launched. Flooring literally went live, I think, 3 or 4 days ago. It since has accumulated about 5,000 ETH into the protocol there in the TVL. They're doing extremely interesting things on the financialization front, but the bigger story here is it actually leading to positive price increase on the Bored Ape Yacht Club. BAYC up about 6-7%.
Man, I'd love to see some of these DeFi protocols actually contribute to some kind of positive feedback loop. So that's exciting and definitely a lot to be watching over there with all that liquidity. I'm sure they're going to be adding more collections too. So it's probably going to be like a headline each week or something. But we'll keep talking about flooring protocol. Looks interesting. And here's another project that just keeps making the headlines. Has been killing it this year. Jack Butcher's K'Pepens teasing out a collab with one of the biggest, most famous projects in all of NFTs, the Squiggles, and seeing some positive price action off of this. Looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie, that is a cool design. Would be a cool PFP. So yeah, I mean, that's all I know right now. But it looks about a 15% increase. Floor's up above 0.4 again.
Yeah, over there on Blur for sure. Jack Butcher. This might be one of the larger collaborations that they've done. We know that Chromie Squigs have a awesome reputation in the space. All right, the next story here is Azuki announced its garden tour, 5 community-led events across the Asia Pacific, starting with Hong Kong on November 2nd, but also adding Taipei, Melbourne, Shanghai, Tokyo. So Azuki actually has been, I think, pretty quiet here over the last 2 or 3 months. So them coming out saying, hey, we're launching community-led events. Also, you get these cool collectible stamps that I'm sure that they will reward. This is not financial advice, by the way, but they might reward holders that actually go to these events if you collect all 5 potentially. So yeah, really cool stuff from Azuki here.
Yeah, I wonder why they've been quiet the last couple of months, Q. It's a good question. But hey, that's cool too. I don't really have much to add to that right now, so I'm just going to keep it going onto a very interesting story from an artist that has been doing very interesting things. Is this the follow-up to all of the craziness around the Rare Pass? It looks like Matt Kane has rolled out something interesting for those that were participating on the Rare Pass with this contractual obligations project. They're figurines, man, but that's not the whole story. It's like gamified based upon the actions that you took. Did you pay royalties? Did you pay partial royalties? So you can see here, this is the one for the people that paid no royalties, and it's different from the one for the people that paid partial royalties. It's like partially ripped up. And what's even more interesting, Q, is that you pointed out the people that paid no royalties may have actually gotten the more rare version of the action figure.
Yeah, this is a really cool gamified experience, right? Matt Kane is doing this performance art, and he's now doing it through gamified snapshots with his holders. I thought this was a really cool piece. I've changed my tune here on the Matt Kane. Since we've talked to different artists, different collectors, I really like what he's doing with that contractual obligations drop.
Roger Dickerman has some really interesting pieces, and it does seem like maybe there's some Kaufman-esque performance art going on here.
All right, love it. Next piece here. This was an awesome little trailer here. The next event at Beeple Studios will be happening in Charleston, South Carolina on December 16th. Not much to add here, but the CryptoPunks event that initially went off here, I think about 2 weeks ago, was really well received. So being able to kind of ring in the new year, maybe end 2023 here with a Winter Wonderland, seems like a cool event.
I would kill to be there. I don't have any other New Year's plans right now. Take me. Let's go, Q. You're by Charleston. Let's plan it out, man. Let's make it happen. But you know what? Let's keep it going too. On to the next story. Another amazing artist. You know, we talked about Matt Kane. We talked about Beeple. Well, we also can't stop talking about William Mapan. I mean, he condenses his name there to one word, but William Mapan had a very successful drop with his sketchbook A here. Looks like the lowest bid is above 5K, around 5,200 or so. 60 winning bids on this, Q. this is just looks like a very successful drop from an artist who's up and coming and getting a lot of traction right now.
Yeah, you can see over here on the Verse website as well, that bid, since we posted like 10 minutes ago, has gone up to 5,500.
Wow.
The top 60 will get this, and they will be paying that lowest bid. So you can see there's many bids, one at 11,000 right now, but everybody's going to be paying the lowest bid, of which 5,500 is right now. So yeah, cool stuff from William Mapan there. Let me make sure I've got this correct. I have the next story here being SugarTown auras. These SugarTown aura reveals seem to have gone off without a hitch. I mean, we know about the post-reveal dump that happens with a lot of these projects. Well, SugarTown is basically seeing bids today on the buy side. And this is post-reveal. So it's really bucking the trend there, sitting at about 0.195. I'm not sure if they're actually up on the day, but to not like see a 50% dump, 20% dump in a full 24 hours is really good. They seem to be well received. Also, Michelin Man up 80%.
Yeah, man. Michelin Man. I mean, I guess let's throw it in here really quick because don't fade the Michelin Man. Look at this. What's happening over here? Almost 50% of the minute they closed it out. Oh my gosh, love to see that. But yeah, you have to say amongst many failed executions, like many botched launches over the last few months, Zynga's really stands out as one of the few that has maybe done actually a good job. And, you know, I don't know that everybody really saw that coming other than knowing that Zynga has great experience. But, you know, congrats to them. And I kind of want an aura now, Q. But here's another project that we do love that we're following. That's called Reach.xyz or GetReach. They have just announced that the OG role will be expanded for next 2 weeks. You can still get in on the OG role by participating over here. So this is just a new announcement from a really cool new protocol that we're loving.
Yeah, new social protocol that basically rewards people for engagement on X. You guys should try it out. We'll have the link in the description there. Really, we've had a good time kind of tinkering around there in Discord. You're able to start missions to actually boost your posts. It's been a really fun job. You can get that OG role for another 2 weeks, which is the announcement, right? Like they basically said they were going to cut off the OG role. Now it's extended another 2 weeks. This was kind of crazy, man. I hopped in a Machi room earlier today. Machi Big Brother is getting more and more involved in ApeCoin and ApeCoin DAO. Well, we have AIP337. So the special counsel of ApeCoin again is in the news because AIP337 is seeking to remove the large absorbent salaries, actually cut that in half, a 50% cut. So as you can imagine, the people that are actually on the special counsel are now campaigning against this AIP, and we're just all over the place with where the community is at. Although it does feel like we are at least getting some activity again in a positive sentiment. Like what you don't want to see in DAOs is apathy. What you have now is a lot of interest. People are attending the spaces. It's been really cool.
It's a great point, man. And look, $10K a month for the amount of work that they're doing is still more than most people are getting paid for a full-time job. So I'm not against this proposal. It seems reasonable to me. But hey, I'm not really active. So anyway, here's the next story, the last one of the day. It's the Nike .swoosh Tinaj. It's Air Force One Tinaj. Got him. All right. A lot of people are very excited. It seems like the sentiment on this drop is very positive on the timelines. Everybody's talking about it, sharing it. And yeah, if you did mint and reveal one of the Air Force One OF1 boxes, then this is a utility just for you. You know, designs, it's cool. I don't know that I'm going to spend 150 on it or whatever, but what do you think, Q?
I was going to send you my $125 OTC so you could pick one up, man. I'm going to see if that's still available. All right. Look, the sentiment, like you said, was extremely positive. .swoosh and Artifact and all these things, they're a sleeping giant, in my opinion. We don't talk a lot about these projects. Starbucks NFTs is not necessarily in that same realm, but like actual implementation of NFT tech into these huge fucking brands is really cool to see. Like it was just theory before, and now we're seeing real use cases. I think Artifact is going to be a huge winner next cycle.
Yeah, I hope it's successful, man, to that point. And y'all, hope this has been a successful week for you. That's it from us. The last rehash of the week. We will be back next week, of course. Our vibe, our tribe. Q, you got anything else?
OVOT, touch some grass this weekend. We love bringing you guys this each week. Again, shout out to the community members that are supporting this network, helping us grow, getting our voices to be heard out there, all as a community. We appreciate y'all. OVOT.